What's up everyone, I'm Alex. I'm a full-time six-figure Amazon seller. In today's video, I'm going to be live sourcing to see how much profit I can find in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see how long I actually take to source, but I'm just going to be reverse sourcing for you, looking at current listings that I like and trying to reverse source and find profitable products off of that. I'll show you some of the strategies that I use to get through products quickly, and hopefully I'm able to find some profitable products that I could potentially buy for my Amazon store. If you guys like these kinds of videos, definitely subscribe to the channel and let's jump right in. All right, so the quickest way that I do this is go right to Amazon.com. You type in, a lead that you can start with. I know that these Nike sweatshirts all sell pretty quickly, good rank. So it's a good starting point. If sellers are selling these, they're probably selling other fast moving products. So we open the product. There's a good chance we're not sourcing this exact product, but let's look into it anyway. Go to variation, and then we sort by the ratings. We want to look at the fastest moving products. The buy box on the small black hoodie looks pretty good. $77. All right. Interesting how some people are selling it for $50. Must be not many people on the listing. Okay. So we're going to quick Google search and see if anything pops up. This one's similar, but the Nike symbol's on the other side for whatever reason. Don't think I'm going to find this. I've looked before on this product. Yeah, the Nike symbol's on the wrong side. Okay, not going to waste too much time on that one, but really what I wanted to see was people selling this product and the other products that they have. Only 4 sellers, but let's look into it. That one has a little too many reviews for me, 4,000. This one looks good, 253 reviews. Let's click that button. Opens up their storefront. They sell basically all Nike products, so we can just go down the line and start analyzing kind of the data that SellerAmp puts out for you and see if we want to look into it further. So we can see good rank here. Max cost seems reasonable for some sweatpants. Only 16 people on the listing and a buy box of $80. So pretty solid. That looks like the buy box is for FBM sellers. We're moving towards FBA. I'm really not listing anything FBM anymore. So we're going to assume that buy box is actually a little bit closer to the $50 range, which brings our max cost down to in the $20. We can take a look and see, search Google quick. If we're not seeing anything for close to, that $20 to $25 range, we're just going to move on to the next one. These are different. We're looking for that open hem, kind of like this style. Kohl's, $42, a little high. Kohl's, $55. Nike, but those are kids. Okay. Don't think I'm seeing it here, and I don't think I would. I've seen a couple of these listings before. Kind of hard to find actually profitable. You need some kind of sale going on to be able to actually find these things. But next product, we're looking at 4K, 5K rank, decent max cost. Buy box is looking at, $60 to $70. We can see actually if you look at the orange line where FBA sellers are at, $55, $55. Probably more where we're going to get the buy box. It says buy box 68, but that's probably because it says if you hover an FBA offer has the buy box. I'd have to click into the data to see a little bit more, but let's just take a look at this one quick. JD Sports has it for $40. Nike Sportswear $38. Make sure I got the right one here. Yep, it's the a jogger fleece. Looks like this one. Let's see if there's a further discount. Maybe we'll look at other sites while that's loading. Shields, Nike, that's kids. Make sure we had the right one. Oh, these are purple. I was gonna say they look a little off. The side of the black color is $55, so that's not going to be profitable. We will keep looking a little bit further. This one looks close, even though the title's a little goofy. $38, but I still don't think that's going to do it for us, so we will just move on to the next one. Again, the sweatshirts, not really sure if that's going to be a good buy. We'll take a look at this listing here. Right away we can see a lot of these are on sale, which is good. We want the icon. That's not the same one, so we got $25 on Dick's Sporting Goods. Kohl's has got it for $30. $28. This isn't the same one. We need that Nike symbol up towards the pocket more. This is the one, $30. These are different. Kohl's, $30. Okay, so Dick's Sporting Goods has them for $25. Looks like our buy box is a little low, but let's just look into some of the variations and see if maybe sizing changes where our buy box is at. A lot of variations on this one, but the rank is really good, so it doesn't hurt to look into it. Let's double check the variations tab, and we can see that the number one seller is the large size, but there's no buy box. We can see XL's buy box is $32, and we have 2XL as well, so maybe let's look into the XL and see if the buy box is actually $34. Looks like it's kind of sitting around $32 the last couple days. I guess on average over the last 10 days or so since January, we're looking at, $32 to $34. So I guess we can try to guesstimate on the low end just to make sure that $32.26 is a good price here. Actually, if you click on this buy box, it auto inserts it, which is kind of nice. If you see you got the lowest FBA seller, lowest FBM seller, you can kind of just click on those and it auto populates it in the sale price. Still need a max cost of $18. Doesn't look like we're going to get there unless you have a bunch of rewards points with Dick's Sporting Goods, but that was the only site that we even saw it remotely cheap. So we will move on to the next product. The goal with a lot of these products is to go over them as quickly as possible to understand if it's a bad product. If we spent 10 minutes on just this like one or two pairs of sweatpants and we were searching forever, I already got through a whole page. I had to hit load more in the same time that some people probably only got through the first 3 to 5 listings. So you want to get through these quickly, efficiently, and you want to utilize this data and start to understand why this data is important, and basically use this data to make your decision before even opening the product and looking into it. Because if you're able to understand if it's a bad product just based off this data, and some intuition from selling these products before, you're going to get through products a lot quicker. Let's look at this boys sweatshirt. $25 is a decent buy cost. 40,000 rank, which is good. Only 33 sellers. Decent buy box. Price looks pretty flat over a while, so let's take a look and see if we can't find it on Google. Looks like boys $19. That's a pretty good buy cost. Well below this, but we got to make sure sizing is right. So we got Kohl's. This is just it's a full zip, so that it's like a jacket. So we have a full zip here. Let's just open up the Nike listing, and we want to make sure it's fleece as well. Nike Sportswear. It doesn't say fleece here, so we'll have to double check what the material is because that'll play a part. So let's do that first. Looks like we might find some leads here. So let's open up the Amazon listing. Looks like it is fleece, full zip fleece. What are the sizes? We have all the typical sizes, but it's all the boys' sizes. We got to remember that. So we know that we want fleece. This looks like it's not fleece. Kind of might be some like windbreak material. So maybe we want to skip over that. We can see the fleece version on Nike.com here. These are extended sizes. Might be a little pricey for us. Let's take a look at a couple different places here. We got Bob's Stores. Never heard of that, but let's open it up. It's a full zip kids hoodie. Looks fleece to me, so we can work on that. Anywhere else we see this? Dick's Sporting Goods, a little pricey. And I think that's about it for options to take a look at first. So let's go back to the Amazon listing, just make sure we have the right variation we want to look at, and maybe even a gray color sells a little bit better. So we want to look at, a lot of these are selling at a good percentage, and like I said, a 40K rank, you probably want to stay within the top 3% or above. You can go down to as low as 1%, but red XL hoodie, that's pretty specific, and not everyone's buying red. Most people want the grays or the black colors, so I'm going to stick to the blacks and maybe some of the main sizes in gray, like larger XL. I guess medium wouldn't be the worst either, but we want to look at the buy box on some of these and see which one is the highest, and maybe we can sell that one as well. So we have $62 on the boys XL in the black color, so that's a pretty good buy box there. Let's see what the chart looks like. We're looking at a pretty consistent over the last couple of weeks, $62 buy cost. We have a little bit of increase in sellers over the last couple of days. Hopefully that doesn't creep up above, what we're at in the past, but really this product stays at least above, 50 to 55 in that range buy box over the last couple months, but we are basically right around that $62 to $58 range. So let's use that as our base. We'll go with the 58 for now. If we think we can get 62, we'll maybe go that if we need a little extra margin. But let's take a look at some of the options we searched here. We have this Bob Stores. It looks like the sizing is going to be like little kid sizing, not actual boys sizing. There's a little bit difference. You'll see that. They also don't have a black color, so we're gonna have to skip over this one for now. Here is just the gray version. It looks like it's got the right sizing we need, but and it is 25% off. Let's see, we have a large here for $30. Like I said, let's look at Kohl's first just to make sure. Again, these sizes aren't what we want them to be, and this isn't even a full zip. It's just the pullover hoodie, so we can close out of that. Basically, our buy box needs to be, under $31. Let's make sure that the gray large, because that's kind of the best one we see here. Maybe the small, but the small might not be as desirable as the large size. We see the large here is only $47. Buy box might not cut it for our price, and the small is way down here. Still $47 buy box, not amazing. We do have the XL here, so let's see what was the price on the buy box on that. 53, a little bit higher. Let's take a look in case it's a little different than what the Keep a Chart says. Always want to look at the charts just to double check that you can trust what the initial data says. So it looks like we were a little closer to the 50, 48, 49. Prices are inflated a little bit as of recent for whatever reason. The seller count went up, so that doesn't make a ton of sense, but could probably sell around that $53 range. So let's try 53 as our buy box. Someone with the buy box currently selling at 58, but I'm thinking 53 is going to be probably, by the time you get it listed, that's going to be better of what we want to sell it at. And the max cost we need is $27.75. We're looking at $30 plus tax. Might not get us quite there. If they had another sale or an additional percentage off of the 25%, this might be a buy. So I would add this to my potential buys chart or something to look into in the future, especially if we can keep it at this $30 price. I would also pay attention to the buy box over time. If we can somehow get this up to $55 or a little bit higher than it currently is, like if it were consistently staying at the $57, $58, then our buy cost would be right where we want it to be. Maybe after tax, we're at like $31.50, and now we're looking at $8 profit, 27% ROI, which is a good enough buy for me, especially on a decent ranked product. Okay, so that other store actually just had a lot of the same products. But I am going to reverse source off of this listing now. Seemed like there was a little bit more sellers on the listing, maybe some other options I can pick from. So we're going to scroll down to the offers down below, and we're just going to look at some of the storefronts and maybe pick one to reverse source off of. This one has a decent amount of reviews, so we will start to look at these. Obviously, they have the most of Nike brands, so we're going to sort by Nike and take a look here. Let's look at these Revolution 5 running shoes. This is gray. Buy cost could be a little low, but sometimes shoes have deals. Only 25 offers, $56 buy box. That's on a gray shoe. I'm assuming there's maybe a black or white shoe that maybe has a little bit higher buy box. So and the 9K rank is really good. So let's open up the Amazon listing. Bunch of different variations. So let's see if we can't find one with a little bit higher buy box. Right off the bat, the top variation has an $80 buy box. We can see down here might be ones that we find. We can find either of these. This one also has $84 buy box. So this is size 9.5, size 11 in that double black, size 9.5. So the 9.5, 10s, 10.5, 11, that's kind of our sweet spot for shoe sizes. You can go all the way up to 13, all the way down to 8. Once you get below that or above that threshold, you're going to start getting into a slower moving product or variation. Just a rule of thumb. But let's look into that top variation and see if it's actually $80. Okay, so we can see a slight uptrend in price over the last little bit. In January seems to kind of be in that $80 range. It's gone as high as $90. Not a ton of sellers on the listing, and it's gone as low as, you know, $70, $70. But this is Christmas time, so we don't want to look at this data too much in case, you know, prices are coming down from there. But looks like prices have gone up slightly. Maybe $80 is what we can sell this at. So let's take a look at Google and see if we can't find this same shoe at a 9.5. And just to be sure, our max cost here is going to be $40 if we list at that $70 range. Maybe we can list it at $80, brings our buy cost up to $46. This is the Nike Revolution 5. We want to make sure we have the same exact shoe. Let's see if Nike has the right variation we want. Looks like their cost is going to be decent for us. Rack Room also has a decent cost. Looks like the Revolution 5. Revolution 5 Stadium Goods a little high. Anywhere else we can see this runner in. They ship across seas, I think, so it might be expensive. And it's Revolution 6. A lot of Revolution 6s here. Want to make sure we have the right variation too. Revolution 5, $63, a little high. Okay, let's look at these couple sites that we found here. So we have this black variation. It's sold out of the variation we want. Maybe if we look back on the listing, we can find one that is going to fit our buy cost here of $45. Also, the gray is also discounted, so something to look into there. Let's just make sure Rack Room doesn't have what we need. It looks like they have some discounts, $10 off, and they have this shoe as well. Okay, so $49 plus maybe that $10 discount, which puts us, you know, if we buy a couple pairs, maybe that gets us $1 or $2 off each. Okay, so I found this size 11 shoe. It's the black and white version that we are finding on the sites for size 11, and it looks like the buy box is going to be probably fairly consistent around this $84, $85 range. It's 3% on the variations, which is decent for you know, under a 10K rank. 94 is the current buy box. We'll look at 84. You know, we can see here that Nike would be at $45. Rack Room would be closer to 50. Maybe they have that discount for you. But if we typed in our, you know, after if I go with Nike after taxes, it'll be close to probably 47 or 48. We'll go 48 just to be safe. Looks like it fits our criteria. We're gonna make $15 on this, and then a 31% ROI. It's got some room to drop. We have $15 in margin, even if it goes down to $10 in margin, or if the sale price goes down to 80. We're still at a 22% ROI and making $10 on this listing. So this seems to be a good purchase. We could buy 10 of these, sell them at $85, and make $15 profit. So that's, you know, $150 profit, and it's hopefully going to sell quick because of the low rank. And we found this in under 15 minutes. So I would say that's a win. All right, so we were able to find some profit there. Definitely showed you exactly my process of getting through products quickly, because that's kind of the key when sourcing. If you're spending 2 hours sourcing and you're only getting through 20 products, chances are other sellers are getting through, you know, 5 to 10 times that amount of products in the same amount of time. The more products you get through, the more potential profitable items you're going to find. So hopefully this was helpful in helping you understand how quickly you need to get through products, the process of quickly getting through them using SellerAmp. If you guys want to use SellerAmp, you don't have it yet, I do have a free trial with the link in my description, so check that out. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.